Hello everyone. Today we're discussing differences between Zynga and real poker. Real poker is in quotes because I'm actually quoting World Poker Tour commentator Mike Sexton, who says that online sites like Zynga are not real poker. So let's talk about that. Is Zynga real poker? What are the similarities, the differences? I've thought about this a lot, and as I see it, it all boils down to one very simple thing. One difference. All the differences between real poker and Zynga stem from this one foundational, undeniable, pivotal fact. It can all be traced back to this. Can you guess what it is? Let me ask you, when you're playing a video game, do you do things in the game that you would never do in real life? That is, if something you actually value is at stake, do you behave differently? Do you take more risks if there's a safety net? Or if it's all pretend? Which is more valuable? Monopoly money or real money? If you look up the definition of wager, you find that the element of risk is central. And wagering, risking, is the lifeblood of poker. Every hand starts and ends with betting. Many hands involve 4 separate rounds of betting, of risking, of taking your hard-earned cash and risking it. So the question is, what changes in the game when we change that element of risk to only involve our reputation with a handful of strangers, or fake money, which we may or may not be trying to accumulate? How does the game change when you drastically change this core element of risk? I think it all comes down to one word: more. In Zynga Poker, you've got more calls, more players in every hand, more speculating with mediocre cards, more showdowns, more risks taken, and therefore more big hands. So obviously the question is, what do you do? What do you do when you encounter people who are making crazy moves they would never do with real money? Well, I tend to fall back on some very old advice that will help you in a lot of spots. It's really great advice, and it goes like this. Against a tight player, play loose, and against a loose player, play tight. In a lot of the lower rooms, the smaller rooms, you find this kind of behavior rampant. The higher up you go, this tends to dissipate. When somebody drops in who is a maniac, the more experienced players who are there to play a game that more closely resembles real poker will just wait them out. I hope this helps as you meditate on what it is to play a game with fake money. Look for rooms where people value their chips, and most of all, enjoy.